Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Talent Managers podcast. Oh my god, I think this is the first time I've started it.
I know, I was thinking that.
You always do the intro.
I know, I always do the intro.
Yeah.
And I listened to it back, like the first bit, when I put the music on, and I'm like...
Hello.
Someone said that I speak really properly on this compared to in person.
You do. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like you almost go... You know, when you used to work in, like, retail and stuff, you'd have your, like... professional job voice versus like your actual voice, your customer service voice.
I feel like it's my phone voice.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I am speaking more properly. It's just because I'm scared of speaking too fast and nobody understanding what I'm saying.
But it's also very clear and crisp, like you enunciate your words more.
Okay.
So
I feel like it depends who I'm around, because when I'm around you, I feel like I'm quite well spoken.
Cammy's the same though. When he's with me, he's got a much more muted accent.
Like I go quite a bit more broad, I feel like, when I'm with other people, like my school friends. See, when I find videos of us talking when we were in school, I'm like, oh my god, that's not me.
Well, my voice just sounds shit right now. I'm so full of a cold. To be fair, it's better than it was yesterday.
That's what I was going to say, you don't sound as bad.
But I do sound stuffy.
Yeah, for some reason everyone seems to be ill after London, because so we're recording this on Thursday. Our last episode we recorded last Sunday, so it's not been that long. No, but in between that time,
everyone's got ill. Everyone's gotten sick. But I feel like, did you watch Friends?
Yeah, with Phoebe and her.
Yeah, when you know when she gets sick,
she thinks she sounds sexy.
Yeah.
Try and sing with a cold. Apparently, it makes some people sound better.
I've heard that, but I feel like it makes most people sound worse.
God knows.
Anyways. Today we are talking about our Instagram icks and unpopular opinions, because I have quite a few of them.
So do I. I feel like I have some normal life icks as well to go into.
Yeah, you've got a lot of those.
Yeah.
But like, when I first got started as a talent manager, there was things that I saw other people do that were like immediate icks for me and like turn-offs, like from a brand perspective or an agent's perspective, like things that I would not recommend doing and things that just turn brands off. So I thought it could be quite interesting to see from that perspective, but also like I love hearing about what like other people hate seeing on social media. So we did ask you guys to send in some, and we've got some that we'll go through later on.
I feel like the first thing we should say as well is don't take any of this to heart, don't take any of it seriously. I feel like we're also going to say icks that we absolutely do ourselves, because
100%.
Yeah, because I literally have some at the top of my head that I know I've done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I probably will do like next week.
Some of my personal icks are things that people should be doing like legally anyways.
Right. So, I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So it's like some things it's like an automatic, like, yeah, you should be doing those. Like you can get into big trouble if you haven't. Or it's stuff that I do myself to make fun of. What you mean. Yeah. Being, you know, the biggest basic white girl ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's one of my icks.
Oh, fuck. That phrase. Oh my god, I'm such a basic white girl. You're like,
Gibbs 2014.
Yeah. I'm proud of it. It's such an icky thing, but you know what?
It's one of those... There's things that are icky, though, that are, like, quite funny or quite... Like, it's irony. Like, you play on the fact that it's an ick.
But there's also like really, really random ones where it's like, oh, when you see a boy swim for the first time, like that's an ick and things like that. It's like, these people are just trying to out here live, but it's hilarious.
I don't feel like I have like icks. Oh, I do have some icks in a male sense. Will we add on normal icks at the end? Are we going to talk about normal icks too?
Yeah, I feel like they're going to come up anyways.
Okay, because I have one right at the top of my mind.
Because isn't that how the whole like icks started?
Yeah.
Like the whole trend of people even talking about icks was like, you know, when you get the ick when you're speaking to someone in a dating sense.
Yeah.
That's how the whole thing started, and I'm pretty sure it only happened this year. Like,
I know.
That it became a current, big trend.
I think when it comes to, if you're talking in like a relationship sense, I don't feel like I have any icks that are unreasonable.
Okay, yeah. Some of them are quite unreasonable, like when he just exists.
Yeah. Like, sometimes people do take it too far, but I feel like the ones I have are quite... We'll talk about them. We'll get into it.
Well, should I start off with like my top pet peeves? Because I have a very small list.
Go for it.
Because I sort of class like pet peeves and icks in the same category. Like when I see people doing this, it actually grinds my gears and it turns me off that person. So the first one is when fucking influencers don't disclose their ads.
Yeah.
That's an ick of mine. It's a pet peeve. You can get reported to the ASA. You can get fined
massively. Did you see Kim Kardashian got fined? Because it was a cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And she honestly got fined like £1 million. Like, obviously.
Yeah, because she hadn't disclosed it properly. Yeah. It was like a $200,000 deal or something.
Oh, she had to pay that back too.
And but she got fined like $2 million or something.
I read something that was like equal to like something really daft, like £200 of our wealth or something like that.
Jesus.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, it was basically saying it was not very much to her, but it's just an example.
But it's like, I understand if you don't understand how to disclose ads, especially if you're getting started. Some people are overly cautious, which we've spoken about in other episodes, like when they say that they've done paid ads when they're not actually paid ads.
Yeah.
And I think it's better to be on that side than not at all, because you can go onto the ASA's website and it shows you like the accounts that have been in trouble and are currently getting like looked at by the ASA. And it was like Charlotte from Geordie Shore. And,
that's an ick in itself.
Yeah. But it's like those type of reality celebrity like that do all the fast slimming and all that and then don't disclose that they're ads.
No.
They get into trouble for it. And I know people that have got like 10,000 followers that have been flagged by the ASA. And the thing is, when you get flagged once, they then monitor your account going forward.
Yeah.
So it's like, you might think that you can get away with it because you have no followers, but all it takes is like one hater or an anonymous person to report you, and then they're on your case. But I just think, why wouldn't you? Like, it's not worth the slight drop in engagement for having the word ad in there.
I honestly feel like I'm seeing it so much more recently. Yeah,
and I thought it would be the opposite.
Because like I think it is because of the engagement thing, because realistically when you put ad in, the engagement does sometimes tend to drop. But then I feel like it's also it depends what the ad is, because there's some people that do ads. For example, Paul Black literally did an ad today. I'm sure it was for Iron Brew, and it was so funny. It was about like people that climb Monroes. You need to watch it. And I was like, I didn't even know this was an ad.
Yeah.
But it said ads.
Yeah. But there's also like, I think it's when you hashtag ad, the Instagram engagement wasn't as good, or like paid partnership, using the paid partnership tools, because it wouldn't show it to certain types of people or something.
Yeah.
But as long as you have ad in there, it's not bad. Like, it's better to have it than not have it. And honestly, every time I see someone that's obviously done an ad and not disclosed it, I unfollow that person.
It's quite cringe as well, I feel like.
It's just like, why aren't you? Like, why do you think that you're so much better than everyone else?
Yeah.
But when I see that, I'm like, no, that really pisses me off, and like, I lose some...
Yeah, especially I feel like if it is something that's like a lifestyle or like a skincare... Something that's like to help people.
Oh, yeah.
And they're being paid to say it, but they're not disclosing that they're being paid to say it.
And that's really bad.
I feel like that's really
bad.
That's like
morally and ethically bad.
Yeah, it is morally.
So that's an ick.
Yeah.
But legally you have to disclose your ads. So don't be one of those people. I mean, the next one is literally tagging ad when it's not even an ad.
Okay, so
a contradiction. Like that, I sort of say that and I go, that's not a paid ad. Like, you've put gifted, so why are you using the paid partnership tools? And it's sort of more of I see it and I go, why? Yeah. But like, at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. And it's obviously, especially if you're getting started out, better to be safe than sorry. Yeah. But that's on the flip side. So I'm totally contradicting myself here by saying this, so don't take any offense. But that's something I see when I'm like, don't misuse the tool. Just do some research and you'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, another one I hate when people tag random people in their photos.
Why do people do that? Because sometimes it comes up for me and I'm like, who is this?
Yeah, it's like someone's tagged you in a photo and I'll click on it and it's got like 5 other tags of random people and it's a selfie or something of this person that I don't know.
Or someone that doesn't even follow you. And you're like,
you're like, why am I being tagged in this? I know it. The purpose of it is for them to try and get more engagement and boosts of likes and like impressions. So but don't do it. It's so annoying. And like, I've blocked a few people that have done that because it's annoying. Yeah. I've also blocked a few people that have done my next ick, which is follow for follow comments and DMs. I hate this.
Oh, do people still do that?
People still do that. Be like, hey, gal, I love your profile. It'd be great if we could support each other, blah, blah, blah. On a DM, I click on it. They don't even follow me. So they're like, I'll follow you if you follow me. Like,
I know what you mean. Okay, so it's not like follow for follow. It's kind of like So people do this to me as well, where they'll comment on my photo but they don't follow me, and they're like, I'm obsessed with you. Yeah. I'm like, well,
or like, OMG, this is so slay, like, you're killing it, like, love your outfit. And then you click on it, they don't even follow you. Or if they follow you, comment something and then unfollow you if you don't follow them back.
So odd. And
I'm like, this is just fake. It just gives me like mean girl energy vibes. Like, it's not authentic. I like authenticity. Like, I don't need you to comment slay girly boss on my photos unless you actually mean it.
I know what you mean, and I feel like it doesn't really start a very long term friendship either.
But there's like quite a few girls, like, I know, I'm not gonna say who, but there was like an agency, a social media influencer agency set up by an influencer,
right?
But it was one where you sort of pay to buy a guide, and the guide tells you how to get started.
Okay.
And I don't even remember this girl's name, so I can't even like say.
Was this someone in Scotland?
No, it was some girl in England, and I sent you a video on TikTok because they opened a headquarters. And you can pay to go and have a photo shoot in this headquarters. But like, it's not a like an actual social media agency. You can pay to join. And you pay like 30, 40, 50 quid. You get this guide. But in the guide, it tells you, go through Molly May's followers or other people's, like, see who they recently follow. Go through and spam them with likes and comments to try and get follow backs.
No.
That's the advice they're giving. And I'm like, no, that is so bad. So it's like, I feel like it's annoying when people do it. But also, like, these people are being given the wrong advice.
Yeah,
and I can't blame them for trying. But, oh my God. Like, some girls have gotten like 50k from doing this. Because as soon as they start getting more followers, people think that they're actually someone.
Right.
But then a lot of the accounts, I'll be like, oh, this person is 15k and they're commenting on my picture, and I click on it and it's like all bots. So I'm like, don't buy your followers. Don't try and get fake followers. It's better to be authentic and grow them naturally.
Definitely.
But that is an ick. I hate seeing fake love comments.
Yeah.
Stop love bombing me and telling me how much how great I look and how obsessed you are with me when you don't even follow me.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Yeah, that is absolutely an ick of mine too. They're not being nice.
Yeah.
It's just
like, it doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't make me go, oh.
Yeah.
But if they actually followed me and left a nice comment, I'm more likely to actually look at their profile and follow them back.
Yeah.
We're all about building authentic relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this might be a hot take, but it really icks me when people like heavily edit pictures with presets or filters. And I don't mean like adding on a couple filters from Visco or
color tone,
or, you know, using your own presets and stuff when it's like really far from the original, or using like Face App and like completely changing.
Hate that.
Brands would rather you upload a completely unedited photo than an overly edited one.
Can I just say, absolutely, if I have like a lot of spots, I'll take a couple out.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Let's all be real here.
Yeah.
We all do that, but there's a time where it gets too far. But also, see if it's just a couple spots, I will just leave them. But see, when I was younger, I had really bad acne. Oh my God, I just remembered something. Right, so when I was like 13, I had severe acne until I was like 16, right?
Yeah.
And I used to, like, I was young, I was silly, and I would smooth my skin so much in my photos because it was something I'm so insecure about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I remember this girl who was like 2 years above me walked past me in school and was like, she doesn't look like that on Instagram. That was like 13, I had like 200 followers.
Yeah.
But like, oh God, I hope people don't do that now. She doesn't look how she does on Instagram, but that really was a wake-up call. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with blemish here or there, or,
no,
you know, adding on a filter to make you, I don't know, make Scotland is so grey and dull.
Yeah.
Like, putting out the saturation or like the temperature,
making yourself look more tanned.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that. When you're like, did you see Belle, who was on Love Island a few years ago? She did a video where she used the Face app and made herself look so different. Like, the amount of people in the comments being like, what app is this though? I'm like, you're missing the whole point of the video.
No, but have you ever, like, see on Face app you can turn yourself like into a man?
Oh my God.
So there's some, like, Face app's quite funny because you can like do funny things like that, but some people, I think that's what it was originally used for,
to like change your hair color and like change,
like to see what you look like with different hair colors.
Yeah.
But now it's become this like thing where people use it heavily.
There's someone I follow or I know that does it, and they look like a completely different person, and it's very upsetting because
scary,
the fact that they feel the need to change that much of themselves. But it's also like it's so easy to spot nowadays because Instagram has sort of got this aesthetic now of like photo dumps and being more real and just like unedited random pictures.
Yeah, so you can
tell when something's overly edited. Also, like the same influencers have the exact same face because they're all using face app.
There is a specific like look.
Yeah,
and you can tell even like big influencers.
Oh yeah,
like some with like 500k, and I'm like,
there's been a couple influencers I've seen in person and didn't even recognize because they heavily edit that photos that much, and that's like a separate whole issue, which is like very sad. But even if you're slapping on like a preset or a filter or something, you don't have to have it at like full 100%.
No,
just less is more. Brands can actually use your content and find it higher value if it's not overly edited.
Did you see the brand did like a TV advert? I want to say it wasn't Dove, it was something like that, and it was basically about like this girl that was editing all her photos and stuff, and I can't remember, but it was quite powerful. But it was basically all about that.
I definitely think less is more. And then the last ick I have on my list is closing yourself off by being too specific.
So having too much of a niche.
Yes, a niche is great, but when you limit yourself so much that that's the only thing you can do, you're closing yourself off to a lot of opportunities. Like, imagine going on a holiday and you can't share any of your holiday photos or take any content because you only have a white wall aesthetic.
See, I wondered this, like how, because sometimes I do try and make, like, I see people with really cool feeds and I'm like, oh my god, like I want to make mine cool. But then I go and take a photo out somewhere and I'm like, well, if I post this,
it doesn't go.
It's ruining the whole vibe. But then I've got to the point where it's just like, I don't really care.
Yeah, but
that's
it's like
not what I use Instagram for. But
that's really great. Like that type of this ties back into the whole content creator versus an influencer. Yeah. It's a certain vibe, and like if that's the only type of content you create, that's great. But it only works for a small pool of brands. So you could have hundreds and thousands of followers and actually not get that many collabs or opportunities because your content is too specific that it just doesn't fit in with a lot of brands that you could be working with.
Yeah.
So I just think like, yeah, have a niche and have a thing, but don't limit yourself for potential opportunities and stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah. So it's like, that's more of a thing where I'm like, oh, like you could be doing so much more and have...
Yeah.
But it's also like when you have a niche or like an aesthetic that's specific, I feel like it gets to a point where it can start to like affect your mental health and like get really frustrating and difficult to work with.
Because you have narrowed yourself down too much.
But yeah, they're my top pet peeve icks that I can think of off the top of my head.
I see, in terms of social media icks, I would genuinely say the same as you.
Yeah.
And those, because we probably speak about them quite a lot as well.
I think I've covered quite a lot.
Yeah. I have a lot of non-social media icks, I'd say, more than... Yeah.
Why don't you like fire off your top 3?
Okay, number 1. This has always been a pet peeve of mine because growing up I didn't really drink.
Yeah.
So number 1 pet peeve I have in life is, say you have plans to meet someone like on a Saturday.
Yeah.
See if they go out on the Friday, they meet you and complain about being rough the entire time they're with you on the Saturday. Just don't come.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's harsh. Fair enough, sometimes these things happen, right? Fair enough, sometimes you just end up like out somewhere and having a drink and then you end up feeling rubbish the next day. But see if you know that you have, and I don't just mean, oh, we're going for lunch. I mean, we've got a day out. We're going to Edinburgh, we're going shopping, we're going for lunch. We might even go for dinner and drinks too. And then see if they're sitting that whole time like, I'm so rough. I would just rather someone didn't come.
Yeah.
I hate that. I don't know why. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's just a real life ick rather than an Instagram ick. But I do have an Instagram ick.
Is this your number 2?
To share. So, I dislike like those typical kind of phrases.
Like basic white girl.
Yeah. One that I have to say, and I just hate it. And I'm sorry, Holly, because you use this all the time. The girls are girling.
Oh my god.
Stop. I hate that. Sorry, I've probably just blown out the mic, but...
Is that like the number 1 that you hate, or is there
right now
any other examples?
I don't know why.
That just You really hate when the girls are girling.
I might just start saying
What does that even mean?
I think it means, like, we're going out, like, the girls are going out.
Oh.
I'd rather you, like, I don't know why. Does that mean?
No.
I just don't
I
like
absolutely hate, but my sister uses in every other word?
Slay.
Slay. Slay.
But I feel like she used it sarcastically, though.
But she's used it so ironically that it's now... She means it.
Yeah. Well, this is me, so... Basically, when I went to uni, me and my friend Callum, we went round McDonald's drive-thru, honestly, like, every other day, most nights.
Yeah.
And we started, like, speaking to them in different voices and using different, like, slang, like, terms, right? Just because we thought it was funny. So I started this thing where I spoke like, hey, babe, thank you so much, babe, thanks, babes. Like, just, like, taking the fucking piss, right? And they must have been like, shut the fuck up. So I used to just always do that, and now, like 3 years later, I call everyone babe or like babes.
You know how I hate slay? Sophie's pet peeve and ick is babes.
But I say it, like, I've said it sarcastically.
She hates it. Like, whereas even if you say it sarcastically, she's like, who the fuck are you? Like, who do you think you are? Babe. Ugh. She's like, that's so millennial.
But it's just like, I will text someone going, babe.
Hey, babe. Yeah. I do that. I do it with Robin.
Yeah, because Robin she says things like that,
Yeah, but Sophie, every single time without doubt when I say that, and if Sophie's in the chat, she'll be like, ew.
But yeah, it started off as like an ironic thing.
Yeah.
And then I just started using it. But yeah, another pet peeve is just like, fair enough, some people can't help this. When people use the wrong there.
Yeah, just poor grammar.
Yeah, but fair enough, that's not always everyone's like fault, right?
But also I feel like it's the thing that is so highlighted and pointed out nowadays that you should know it by now, just from the amount of corrections and like that's a big deal. I don't think there's any other type of grammar or punctuation that people get as hung up on other than the theirs.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I really
even if you like, I still struggle with the difference between a fucking adjective and a verb, and it's not my skill set, but I know all three theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, and there. Yeah.
So they're your top three?
Yeah, and when people say draws instead of drawers, it is not DRAWS, it is DRAWERS.
For like
drawers. Sorry, I keep blowing that out. But yeah, no, I just hate when people don't use like drawers. Like, see your drawers with your clothes in it.
Yeah.
That's not your clothes drawers. It's your clothes drawers.
Yeah.
Really winds me up.
All right. Well, okay. What do the people on Instagram say? Shall we do like a yay or nay?
Yeah,
So you read out what people have said and we'll say if it's a yay or a nay.
Okay, this is another one which is quite similar to like typical things that people say. Don't look like this morning. That's so funny because the person is just so similar to me.
Yeah, I've definitely said that before, but do you know what also goes along the lines of that?
What?
When it's like they're on holiday and they post like, oh, my Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, Mondays haven't looked this. Oh, fuck, I don't even
like,
remember.
How's your Monday?
Yeah, how's your Monday going? Like,
yeah,
that type of thing.
Or like, see when someone like points something out. Yeah. So they're like, oh, that hair in my face is annoying me.
Oh, I don't even notice that until you point it out.
Or that hair in my face is annoying me too.
Just fucking.
It's fair enough. I've probably done that when I'm self-conscious about something. Complaining to your audience that your engagement is low.
Nay. Like, I get it. We all go through it. If you're just being like, oh my god, my engagement is shit, like, please show some extra love and support.
Yeah.
Yay. Do it.
Yeah.
But if your entire
story is like,
just every single day, oh, my engagement, oh.
Make a change then, I think is the answer to that.
Next one.
So, influencers promoting micro trends / overconsumption, not out of necessity, but because of a micro trend.
I would say nay, but I think it also depends because there are some people whose actual style or interest, like a micro trend will happen and they will love that, but then they will still continue to love and promote that after the trend cycle has died.
Yeah.
So if it's just someone who only consistently jumps on trends and there's just I think I even really follow anyone like that because I hate
how
trends, but
I wonder how their wardrobes genuinely look. I wonder, like, I suppose a lot of influencers get stuff gifted because, like, the rest of us realistically can't keep up unless you're getting gifted stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Unless you have, like, a bad shopping addiction, like my sister.
Well, yeah, but your sister's not even that bad for it compared to others.
No, she is very bad for it, but she doesn't have the funds to keep it up, so whatever goes in, as quickly as it goes in, it comes out.
What, on Depop?
Yep.
That's a positive, though. That's what people should be doing when they're done with something.
If she's buying it from Depop in the first place, yeah.
Oh, right.
But she will buy a lot of stuff and then go, I don't even like this anyways, and then put it all on Depop, and it's like, Sophie.
Fishing for compliments.
Nay.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather you just, like, be straight up.
Yeah.
Don't beat around the bush. I will give you all the compliments. I'll sit here and compliment you for hours on end. Just don't fish for it.
Then when your posts hit the wrong target audience,
Nay.
aka men.
We hate men. In terms of Instagram insights, we don't actually hate. I mean, that's debatable. But in terms of Instagram insights, if you're like us and you work with a lot of female-oriented brands, your target demographic is other young females, you don't want men.
No.
And if you hit the wrong explore page, you could get like 10,000 men following you. I know girls that have like 100k and 90,000 of them are men. Yeah. And they just leave creepy comments and send you messages. That's a big fat nay.
No. What's your female percentage on Instagram?
75 to 80%.
Same.
Or like, it was a bit more. It was a bit higher. But I think anything 70 upwards is good.
Yeah, for sure.
Most brands require at least a 70% female following for collaborations.
Do you have any more yay or nays?
Yeah. Okay, I have a little mini list. I'm going to ask you because I just answered yay or nay. Okay. This is your turn to answer yay or nay.
Yeah.
Yay or nay, long paragraph captions.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I quite like that.
Do you read them?
If I'm interested in the person, then yeah. If I'm not, I'll probably still like the photo. And then I'll... Yeah, but if I'm interested in the person, I will. If it's like their life update, I quite like that.
Yeah. Yay or nay photo dumps?
Yay, obviously.
Yeah.
I like Instagram seeing people's life.
Yeah.
And the like background of their life, not the polished pics sometimes.
What about like the photo dump captions where it's like photo dump, or like people are now getting like witty and being like, you've just been dumped. And like things like that.
I don't mind. I don't really pay attention to that. But no, I don't really mind.
Yay or nay, boosting your own posts?
No. Unless you've been instructed to.
Yeah, because brands will whitelist your posts. You're not paying for your post to be boosted, but if a brand is tagged as a collaborator, they can pay for it to be boosted.
I just feel like, see, if you like boost your own photos, I feel like it's not organic engagement you're going to get, but I also don't feel like you'll get much engagement at all because it says it's been boosted.
Yeah, like
and people go, why is this?
I think a lot of people don't realise that when you boost your post, they also show up on the stories.
Oh yeah.
So like there'll be random selfies of people and I'll be like, I don't know who it is, and it's a sponsored, and I'm like, okay, they've paid to boost their selfie for higher engagement. Like, use hashtags. There's like other strategies to get higher engagement. I think a lot of people don't think that or realise that Instagram paid sponsorships and that are targeted more towards actual brands.
Yeah.
So even though you can customise the demographic and audience that you want to reach, it's not actually going to reach the people that you want it to. It's reaching specific type of consumers.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a feature there for brands. But also, if you boost your own post, a brand can see it.
Yeah.
In your insights, it shows a symbol that is being boosted, and a lot of brands don't like that.
No, because it's not
unless
organic.
It's like been whitelisted and you can like show that. They'll be like, because brands want to work with creators that have organic impressions and audiences, so it kind of shows that your entire audience and insights is being bought. It's just as bad as buying followers.
It's not a vibe.
No. Yay or nay planned feeds?
Yay.
Yay.
I don't do it, but yeah. People that do it, their feed looks amazing. Like, one of my friends literally messages me every other day with an updated feed plan for the next, and I'm like, you are it. I feel like there are a group of people love a planned feed.
I think as like a content creator, if you're trying to like focus on your consistency, a planned feed is a great way to focus on that, because you can just have like 5+ photos there ready to go that you know that you can post, and there you go, that's 5 days of being active. So I think yay.
But I feel like for me is I sometimes feel like I can't really stick to that because I really post like what is going on in my life currently. If I go to an event, I'll either post that night or the night after, so then I have to try and fit that into a planned feed, and it just doesn't work. Although for like an everyday during the week thing, I should probably have a bit more of a planned feeds, but yeah.
The last one is yay or nay, trying something new.
Trying something new with your Instagram. I think you have to, otherwise your engagement will dip, I think. But your engagement could also dip if you try something new and it's not what they like. But I think that's what puts
people off. Like, they're afraid that it's not going to perform as well as their normal stuff and that. But I think it's really important.
For example, I usually, like, I've not ever done a reel that's like a get ready with me reel, like a makeup reel or something. I've never really done that. So that's my plan for the next week, is to film a
I can't wait to see that. If you're listening to this right now, go and ask Eva where her Get Ready With Me reel is, please.
Yeah, send me a message and
hold her accountable.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that is everything.
This has been a bit more of a concise episode.
Yeah. But we will have guests, not next week, but the week again.
So in 2 episodes time.
2 episodes time.
So episode 7.
Yes, hopefully.
Oh.
Can you all guess who it is? We'll put up a question box when this podcast goes live. Also, can we just say, like, I think we've been a bit shocked by how many people
are actually listening. Thank you for listening and downloading our podcast episodes. I'm obsessed with people that post the screenshots every week of when the new pod goes out. Like, shout out to Emma Gorman.
Yeah.
And we've had so many people like post about it on Instagram. Like, we are actually shocked.
Yeah, because I looked at the insights when I was sitting outside today. I was looking at our insights when I was in the car earlier, and I've literally, like, I looked at how many people downloaded our podcast just yesterday alone, and I was literally like, shocked. Wait, really? Is that not like all the listeners of that episode? Wow. I think our last episode has been like one people have been really intrigued in, which is quite funny because I thought people are going to be nosy about that.
But like, saying that, if there's more stuff you want to know in particular, please message us on the Instagram.
Just be like, we want you to spill this.
Send us a DM if there's any other tea, any more juicy gossip, insights, stuff that you want us to like talk about and really dive into, because we just want to keep sharing that info. And we have a whole list of stuff that we want to talk about and like episode ideas, but if you let us know exactly what you want, we'll can have that up even sooner.
For sure.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Make sure that if you're listening to this right now, take a screenshot, go onto your Instagram story and show everybody that you're listening.
Yeah.
Please.
Because
we love to see that.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone who's rated us 5 stars.
Yeah.
On Spotify, and we need to check Apple Music.
Yeah, actually,
we've got some reviews some there, but on Apple Music you can actually leave a proper like review, so definitely do that if you're listening. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys. We've done another episode. We're 5 episodes in, Eva.
I know, so we've been doing this like over a month.
Oh my god, happy monthly anniversary to us.
I know. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we will speak to you next week.
Bye.